Hey guys, how you doing? Today is September 9th. Then yesterday, right, I've been specially go to the shops and then buy two bottle of Monster Beverage, right? That we call the energy drink. And we know that during the inflation time, Monster Beverage stock been dropped and then rise it up. And I saw a lot of analysts say that then she is too expensive right now. But the price, quite surprised. It dropped it and then rise back. It did not have a big drop. So yesterday I especially go to the shops and buy two bottles, right? Not very expensive, right? One is a little bit sweet, and then another one, the white one. Then in the label is labeled ultra, and then said there is zero, no sugar. I tried them and I start to realize why their stock been so good, why their stock performance been so good. So I will share the experience with you then in a minute, right? And our Falcon portfolio yesterday, the Dow Jones has been rised and then the Nasdaq rised. So we've been maintaining at 49%. So for any subjects you want me to discuss, then you can leave your message under the YouTube, or you can directly email to me by Usstockmarketweekly@gmail.com. And this is our Falcon 350,000 portfolio. Then our performance is a little bit not as good as Nasdaq. Nasdaq is 53%, and our performance is 49%. And this is the photo, right? And then what they said is zero sugar. Some of them are zero sugar, some of them, but some of them are quite sweet, maybe 6%, or some are even 8.4%, something like that. Very easy for you to distinguish, right? Then you can go and then see something like chlor, then that is the Monster Beverage, right? I will share with you the tasting, drinking experience in a minute. So Dow Jones yesterday rised at 193%, and we are more relaxing, right? And then is Nasdaq rised at just 70 points, right? That's okay to us, right? So we can quickly see that when we compare the to 1 week before, the 10 years US Treasury yield been rised a little bit, right? So in between the stock market drops, right? So 1 week before is 3.258%, and then yesterday closing is 3.304%. And the headline, right? Then the headline is Queen Elizabeth II of Britain been passed away yesterday night, right? So she dies at 96 years old, right? With all her sons, right? All her grandchildren's been around her, right? Then in tonight's Hong Kong program, then I will do the morning with her and then briefly discuss my experience with her, right, when I was very young, right? I think that I saw her. If my memory serves me well, then I saw her in 1975 when she's been to Hong Kong. But I can't remember because at the time if I can remember, it's about 8 years or 9 years old, so I can remember, right? But I should show her before, right? Then we will discuss something that is already passed away, right? She passed away, and then I will discuss the history of Hong Kong relating to her, and that is her Hong Kong's masterpiece, right? Hong Kong is her masterpiece, right? Without Queen Elizabeth II, then Hong Kong will not be the pearl of the Eastern. Once Hong Kong has this name, but not now, right? Then we know that. And then why Hong Kong can become the financial center of the world just next to USA before is because of Queen Elizabeth II. Right, so we will do the Mon tonight, and then together we can review some history. That is the good old days of Hong Kong, right? So don't miss it. Okay, then we go on for Monster Beverage. Beverage means drinks, and then Monster Beverage is energy drinks. I'm not showing the full history of the stock price of Monster Beverage, right? I just show you the 5 years. So you can see that it's always is going up and down, going up and down, but the big trend is going up. So you can see that right during the 2000 end of 2021, because of the inflation, right? We know that there's the inflation, something like that. Then the stock price been suddenly dropped from the end of 2021 to the early of 2022, right? But then it rises back. You can see that the PE ratio is quite close to 40, right? If you compare it to Coca-Cola, compared to KDP or Pepsi, then it is a little bit more expensive, a little bit. But quite strange, the market gives a very high PE ratio tolerance to her. Then you can see that, of course, now the peak is about 100, 99.81, and then now is 91, but it's just less than 8% the drop, right? Why? Why the market gives her quite high PE tolerance? It's because her growth is better than the others. And after I tried the drink, it gave me quite a strange and unforgettable feeling on that. Let's look at the revenue growth first, right? You can see that for those listed are the leader of the drink market, not only in USA, maybe in the whole world. Then we can see that for Monster Beverage, and then KDP is very famous in America, and then Coca-Cola, and then Fix, and then Pepsi. You can see that the revenue compound growth, the highest one is Monster Beverage, 12.5, right? And for Coca-Cola, it's been negative before, right? And you can see that for the free cash flow, and then the earning per share is 17.6%, right? Maybe for past 5 years. But you can see that even for Coca-Cola, it's just 2%. And for Fix is better, 15.5%. And for Pepsi, it's just 3.1%, right? And the free cash flow margin, not bad. Nearly the best one, 20.1%. So one of the reasons that the market gives the high tolerance to Monster Beverage is because the growth is really very good. Right, then we can take a look on the 10 years data, right? And the total revenue been gradually increasing, right? Gradually increasing. Even we compare to 1 year before, that means 2021. Not bad. If we work back from middle of this year to 1 year before, it's still better than last year, right? So you can see that 5541 compared to 6009, and the unit is in thousand. But we can see that the cost of revenue also increasing very sharply. So you can see that if we count on the net income, that means the profit. 2 years before, the net profit margin is nearly 30%, and then it declined to 25 something, and then 26, and then now it's just 20 something. But we don't know because still have the lower half year to go, right? So if we quickly take a look on, I have to share my feeling of tested the Monster Beverage, right? One is not expensive, just about Hong Kong dollar 25, about 3 point something US dollar for two, right? For two, I just mixed it, right? One is I tasted is a little bit sweet, right? And then another one is the white one. The white one, and then it marked it ultra, and it marked it is no sugar, but I still can taste it's quite sweet. Maybe it's by chemical. And the point is that the taste is very strange. The taste is very strange and very strong. It just like a very strong alkaline drink. That means the energy drink is quite alkaline, right? Quite alkaline. But the point is the taste and the drinking feeling is very strong. Suddenly will cheer you up, something like that. Oh, suddenly if you very sleepy and then you take one, right? You suddenly becomes cheer up. Seems you have some stimulus, something like that. And especially on that one is no sugar. No sugar. And then suddenly I've been wake up. Because I tasted at about at night, about 8 or 9 o'clock. Suddenly I wake up very strong. So I know that that taste is unique in the market. If you taste other kinds of energy drinks, then you won't have that feeling. You won't have. I don't know if I will addicted to that, right? But the point is then it cheers you up. So I know why their stock price is quite right. It's quite understandable because they are a little bit unique in the market. You cannot find a similar product in the market, right? You can have a lot of energy drinks in the market, but not like that. You will suddenly cheer up. Seems like you suddenly wake up, but I don't think that I will addicted to that. It's not as soft as Coca-Cola, all right? But it just gives you some stimulus. I don't know how to describe. Then you can go and buy 1 or 2 cans, then you taste it, then you know what I mean, right? So this is quite unique in the market. So we take a look on the net sales, right? The net sales for April, May, and June. So you can see the net sales increased at 13%. That means 13%. But unfortunately, you know how much the cost of sales increased? The cost of sales increased by 40%. Right. So you can see the outcome of the net income. The outcome is the net income decreased by 32.2%. It's not a small amount, right? So you can take a look on the net sales, cost of sales, and then the net income, right? So let us calculate on the net profit. 1 year before, the net profit rate is 27%. And then how much is now? 16.45%, right? So that's the reason. So the cost of sales been eating up really a lot of the profit, right? Not all, because it's still earning money, right? And if we take a look on all the markets for, you can see that for Monster Energy Drink, right? Monster Energy Drink occupies the most percentage of the sales. Others like strategic brands, alcohol brands, forget about it, just a little bit, right? So we concentrate on the Monster Energy Drink. No matter is the main market, right, like US and Canada and Europe and Asia Pacific, all the revenue been increasing. That means for the customer, no problem. For the customer, no problem. They nearly recovered all, right? But the main point is for the cost of the sales and the operating expense is quite a lot, increased a lot. So it eat up a lot of the profit. So we take a look on the total asset, right? Total asset first, right? For the cash and equivalent, it dropped it, right? It dropped it, but not a lot. For the others, like short-term investment. And then the most important thing is for the inventory. We will discuss in the next page, right? And then for the others, then not a lot of changes. And the total assets been increased a little bit than 1 year before. And also for the liability, right? For current liability, account payable, and then the others, not much change, right? So you can clearly see that why it's very simple, right? This concept is very simple. Then you sell the energy drinks and then you earn the cash, right? So you can see that at the end of the page, there is the net cash provided by you operating. That means you're selling these energy drinks, right? You can see that the net cash generated is decreased by 78% from 1 year before. Why? Two major issues. The first is the net income decreased. The net income decreased is because the cost of sales is too high. We discussed it already. Then it dropped at 21%. And the next one is the inventory rised 4.75 times than 1 year before. This is very critical. Why suddenly so much inventories? The market is not good. Why you manufacture so many inventory? Seems the sales is okay, right? So we have to pay attention to that, right? And I have calculated this amount of inventory occupied 18% of the net sales. Very big. Why? Will it be expired? And then you just throw away it, and then the money of the shareholder being also folded away, something like that, right? So we have to pay a close attention to that, right? That is not a good result because of the company is not generated the same cash as before. I think that she can put up the price, and not I think then she has to put up the price. Otherwise, then she can continue. She cannot continue for the operation, right? You can see that. Then if this continue, then she will need to cut the people, cut the employees, cut other things like that, right? So I do not suggest you to buy in now. And the point is not she is very expensive or not expensive at all. Not that. Then she has to show me that she can put up the price. If she cannot put up the price and then get away of the high inventory level, then I will not consider, right? Because a lot of cheap stock now in all the Nasdaq or Dow Jones, then why I need to take the risk, right? So this is my analysis, and I quite like this kind of stock because the product is quite unique. You can find similar energy drinks in the market, but not the same. Right? If you like the taste of Monster beverage, you will not have other substitute. Right? I can give you Pepsi, I can give you a KTP, but not the same. I just like the taste and the strong stimulus, something like that. So that's a unique in the market, right? That means if you just like Coca-Cola or Pepsi, then no substitute, right? You have to go back and then buy Coca-Cola or Pepsi, right? Okay, so today we share up till here, and thanks for watching, and then please give us a like or any comment is welcome. Then please do not forget to subscribe and then press the bell icon next to it. So whenever there is new video uploaded, then YouTube will inform you immediately, right? Okay, thanks for watching and have a very peaceful weekend. Let us see you next week. Bye bye.